editorializing a little bit, making the story more interesting. What, do you want to hear the boring facts-only version of the story? Or you could simply not tell me the story at all. Ah, come on, just lean in and embrace the situation. What, are you really that annoyed that I'm trying to chat with you for a bit so you don't have to go do chores? Well, I am skeptical about that and believe it will frequently lead you astray if you continue to do so. Oh yeah, and what did your gut tell you about that genocide you committed? Would you please stop referring to it in that way? I will begin by discussing the entity that in my time was referred to as item number SCP-P452, object class Euclid. Special containment procedure. Oh my god, you actually speak like a blatant SCP file. This is hilarious. Also, did you add an extra P in the classification SCP-P because these things is Pokemon? No, I was not responsible for the additional classification and never understood why the O5 Council decided to classify these specific SCPs as... Oh my god, they knew they were Pokemon.
More comfortable.
Why does he need to be comfortable if he is dead?
Ain't you never heard of rest in peace, Professor Genocide? What's more peaceful than a spa treatment?
If he's dead, who taught you the insufferable nicknames Benny calls me?
Well, that's actually on me, Ashtray, but would everyone quiet down already?
Possessing a home from nuns and foster children seems to border on cartoonishly cruel. Yes, says the guy who committed genocide a couple weeks ago. I don't know that genocide is really the right term for my actions. No? You took a specific group of folks that all had something in common, trapped them in a prison, then killed them all. What exactly would you call that? Carry on with the story. Right, you wanted to do a faster and more efficient genocide than the one you ended up to, sorry. Scratch that, never mind.
So, how many times did you drink this creepy cow person's milk, and did you drink it right from the udder?
No, I never actually partook in it myself. I simply read the documents that explained what the flavor...
Yeah, I'm not buying that, Dresden. You wouldn't remember it this clearly if you didn't have a little sippy sip yourself.
I don't care whether you believe me or not, the milk was genuinely nutritious and would not have been unusual for employees at the site to partake in.
I'll give you 10 more SpaghettiOs to your score if you admit that you drank it.
Fine, yes, several times, and it did taste quite good. At least in the winter months. I prefer bitter flavors.
That surprises absolutely nobody, and I think that does bring us to the end of our game.
Mr. Benjamin Sharp requested...
You're present and accounted for, right here, Peanut Brittle.
Yes, quite.
I'm stopping you right there. Why, off-screen ain't here, there's no kids listening. At least none that we can see or is directly responsible for. Would you just let the man finish his introduction? God, I can't believe I'm defending Captain McGenocide, but here he is. Go on, Krusty.
Are the nicknames really necessary?
Yeah, I'll say they is. If you don't want nobody ragging on you, well, you shouldn't have done those 200,000 murders you did that one time. Now go on and tell us about the creepy Pokemon you found. I want to play a game and see if I can figure out which one you is talking about.
Have you allowed this creation of yours to remain out in the world, still killing innocent people?
Calm down, Judgy McGenocide. I did for a little bit, because when it first started popping up again, I was busy helping some other kids take down this other serial killer named Willie Afton. But eventually I did track down the thing, froze it with whoever was inside it, still inside it, then used one of my other mech armors to fly it up into space and just chucked it out into orbit.
How am I supposed to attempt to gain points if I do not understand the scoring system?
That right there is a good and logical question that I will not answer, but I will give you a point for that. So that's 1 for you and 2 for Champ.
When did Dr. McGregor gain a second point?
I just really like his hair today, so I'm giving him 1 for that. Oh, thanks, Ben. You're looking pretty sharp today too, if you don't mind me saying. Ah, I see what you did there. That's 2.5 points to Champ here.
Ms. Jones may have been correct about hell existing.
And we're back. Sorry for that brief little lap, Record Keeper. I about had to go home to be in the door of a little pathological liar somewhere else, so we're subbing in Professor Oak here.
That is Professor Dresden Oakland. I am not a children's video game character. Hello, Record Keeper.
Actually, I got a little theory here. Give us, say, SCP-P42.
That was not on the docket of entities I intended to inform you of today.
Trying to stay on track. Good move. I think that's a solid B+ to Dresden.
Why are there no letter grades involved?
Question in authority. I like it even more, bumping that up to an A-. But do as Champ says, what's P42?